Attention all 9-year-old gamers. Assemble. It's time for another Fortnite video, so grab your scars and minis and prepare to go to war. The other day, I looked into the new season of Fortnite, and there's a new location called Salty Towers, named after all the new Fortnite gamers, and that is a revamp of Tilted Towers, which is one of my favorite maps during the golden age of Fortnite. So for nostalgia's sakes, and because a bunch of you guys have asked for more Fortnite builds, I'm going to be building Salty Towers from Fortnite Battle Royale, the most relevant and positive game ever. So stick around if you want to see the finished product, and let's get rolling. So here's the section of Salty Towers that I'm building. I started with building the freeform borders all around the MOC. I decided to just use dark tan for it because Fortnite's art style is, well, let's just say basic. Unlike the players, of course, but I did make sure to get a good balance between studs, tiles, slopes, and other textures, so the terrain looked natural, and without the sweaty minifigures, it would have just looked like a normal clock tower. I know regular tan is probably the colors that's the most accurate, but dark tan is just the best for me because of my parts collection. From there, I started to make the sidewalk that surrounds the clock tower that I plan to build in the middle. I utilized a bunch of jumper plates, round plates, and tiles, as well as some ingot pieces to add variation to the tiled floor. I was full on freaking cracking 90s, pog champ, triple dog watering all over everyone with this build, and I was just going all out like a Fortnite boy. Alright, after I finished the sidewalk, I started laying out the clock tower and started building the walls using primarily dark tan with some tan pieces mixed in, although the higher I went up the more I started to include tan, and I ran out of pieces on the left side, so I just made a giant explosion, which I've done a bunch in my past Fortnite builds. By the way, you should go check those out. I've made the Fortilla, I've made the Authority, and I made Stark Industries. And getting back into what I was saying, I don't really have very many dark tan and tan texturing pieces, but I did have enough to make the walls look slightly worn down, and it was just honestly really fun to build. I was sweating so freaking hard, my house was flooding. I also built interiors for each sort of floor with chests and weapons, and all the stuff that a 9-year-old sweat would find when they walk in here. And when it came down to the actual roof, it was very tricky because a pyramid is very hard to encapsulate in Lego form, but I was able to do it. I used primarily cheese slopes and I got the shape I wanted. And after that, the main clock tower was pretty much done. Of course, I made the round clock, it was fully custom, and it looks pretty good, and then I just added some other things on the side, like some sweaty Fortnite custom characters, some builds, and a couple bushes and chests. I also included a really detailed custom Beskar Mandalorian figure that was sent to me along with some other figures by Firestar Toys. We're partnering up for a couple videos, so if you like this figure or any of the other amazing figures on their site, like this awesome Jonesy figure, be sure to check out the link down below, and since you guys are special, you won't have to pay full price. You can use the 15% off discount code down below in the description. It has not been made yet as of the recording of this video, but check back in a few days if you're watching it when it came out, and be sure to cop some figs. Alright, it is time for the final showcase. Unfortunately, I'm filming this on my roof. There was too much of a flood from my sweaty Fortnite neighbor. Like, I didn't even know that they made waterproof mice and keyboards for the Fortnite kids, because those guys are just full on making it rain. Like, more than when you squirt out a new ketchup bottle and all that water comes out. But anyways, here's the final product of the build. I made sure to make every part of it detailed, and I tried my best to make it accurate. I kind of gave it my own creative twist, and I really like the color palette. Even though it is pretty basic, it just definitely fits the Fortnite graphics. I also really like the explosion I made, and it was just pretty fun to make that custom clock on the top as well. And yeah, that pretty much sums up this showcase. The sweat levels are rising way too fast, and I'm gonna have to start swimming any second now, so subscribe or you're a PUBG player.